Hey there, kids. This is Reveal Math Lesson 7.7. Let's take a look. Before we begin, let's talk about some common vocabulary right here. In a division problem, we've got the dividend. That's the total amount that we're starting with. We got the divisor. That's the number of groups we're dividing it into. You have the quotient. That's the answer that you receive. Okay, and then the remainder is the amount left over. So let's take a look at that and see how that looks in a real problem. Right now, you're learning how to interpret the remainder, the amount that's left over. So it says this: you can use a remainder to solve real world problems. All right, so let me get my highlighter, and it says this: Ben put 365 crackers into bags. Each bag holds 8 crackers. How many bags will Ben need to hold all of the crackers? Okay, well, it says this right here. If we take 365 divided by 8, they used a repeated subtraction right here, or they call it partial quotients. He started off with 40 eights, okay, because he's going to divide it. How many eights go into 365? 40 eights is 320. So 365 take away 320 leaves you with 45, okay? And he wants to divide those up into groups of 8s again. So we need to figure out how many groups of 8s are in 45. Well, we have 5 groups of 8 in 45. 5 groups of 8 are 40. 45 take away 40 leaves you with 5. So there's 5 left over here. Now, the quotient, it turns out we used 40 and then we used 5. So the quotient is 45. All right. And the remainder is 5. So Ben will need to use 45 bags, but wait, he's going to have 5 crackers sitting there on the table. Okay, they still need to be put into a bag also. So Ben needs one more bag in order to get all of the crackers bagged up. He will need 46 total. He has 45 full ones that each have 8 in it. And then he has one more bag at the end that's only going to have 5 in it. So altogether he needs 45 plus one more for the remaining 5. That leaves 46. Okay, so kids, you're learning how to interpret the remainder. So let's do another one right here. And this looks like a pretty easy one. Alex puts 27 candles into boxes. Each box holds 4 candles. How many boxes can Alex fill? All right. Well, they're asking how many, if they're saying how many can he fill, that's how many will he need altogether to completely use up the 27. All right. One of the boxes might not be full, right? So let's take a look at this. He has 27 candles. He divides them up into groups of 4. All right. Well, if we're going to use repeated subtraction, you can say, well, I know that 4 times 5 is 20, so I'm going to start with 5 right away. 5 times 4 is 20. I subtract and I get 7. So there, we put 20 candles away already. Okay, we put them into 5 boxes. Now I have 7 candles left right here. Well, I can fit one more group of 4 into that. So I'm going to go subtract 4. Okay. And I'm left with a 3. Okay. And I have these 3 candles left over. Now it says this: how many boxes can he fill? Okay. Well, he could fill 5, and then he could fill one more. He can fill 6 of the boxes. Here's a question: how many candles would he need more if he wanted to make one more box? Well, if he wanted to make one more box, he'd need one more candle because he's left with 3 candles just sitting there. But to make a full box, he would need one more to make 4, right? So the answer is he can make 6 full boxes. That's the quotient. And 3 candles are going to be left over sitting on the side, waiting for one more to come along, right? Kids, right now you're learning how to interpret the remainder. Here's another one. Sandra put 167 light bulbs into boxes, so 167. Each box holds 6 light bulbs. So let's see here. Each box holds 6. We're going to divide them up into groups of 6. How many boxes will she need to hold all of the light bulbs? See, there's your clue right there, okay? Well, let's start off with this again. I know that 6 times 10 is 60, So I know that 6 times 20 is twice that amount, and that is 120. Okay, you could have done it in tens if you wanted. It doesn't make any difference. 167 take away 120, that leaves you with 47. Okay, now how many groups of 6 can go into 47? Well, if I had 7 groups of 6, that would be 42. Okay, 47 take away 42 equals 5. All right, now so far we have 27 full boxes. We used 20 sixes and then we used 7 sixes. So that's 27 so far, 27 full boxes, but we still have 5 of these light bulbs just sitting there waiting to be put away. Well, if she wants to put away all of the light bulbs, she needs one more box, right? Because we have 27 full boxes, remainder 5 light bulbs. So how many boxes does she need altogether? She needs 28. Okay, she needs one more box for those remaining 5 light bulbs. Kids, right now you're learning how to interpret the remainder. You're learning how to figure out what the remainder means. Here's another one right here. Kim has 74 nickels. All right, let's put that in here. 74. She plans to give an equal number of nickels to each of her friends. Okay, and she has 5 friends. If each friend receives the maximum number of nickels, how many nickels will be left over? We know that the words left over really mean how much will be the remainder be. Okay, well, I'm going to start off with taking out 10 of the nickels, okay? Well, so we have, I'm sorry, not 10 groups of 5 of the nickels, okay? So 10 groups of 5 would be 50. We subtract and we get 24, okay? If she gave each of her 5 friends 10 nickels, that would be 50 of them are gone right now, but she's still got 24 right here. Well, how about if we gave each friend 4 more nickels, right? So let's give each friend 4 more, all right? 4 groups of 5 would be 20. Okay, and we subtract and we got 4 left over. So we can't take out any more groups of 5. And so we say right here that we used 10 the first time, then we used 4, that's 14. So each friend can have 14 nickels. There's 5 friends. And there's going to be 4 nickels left over. So remainder 4 right there. And we're not going to do anything with those 4 nickels. Okay, they just want to know how many are going to be left over. So it says this was the question then. How many nickels will be left over? 4 nickels will be left over. That's the amount remaining. That's the remainder. Kids, you're learning how to interpret the remainder. Okay, today in class we're looking at workbook pages 233 and 234. We're doing practice pages 75 and 76. On the Friday quiz this week, it says this: Herbert has 147 postcards, okay? That's going to be the dividend. So 147. He places 6 postcards on a page in his album. Okay, he's going to divide those up into groups of 6. How many pages will he need for all his postcards? Okay, well, we can start off and we could take out 10 groups of 6. That would be 60. Subtract 60. Okay. And that will leave us with 87. We could take out another 10 groups of 6. Okay, that'd be another 60. And we're left with 27. Okay. Now, if I took out 4, okay, 4 groups of 6, that right there would be 24. And we're left with 3. So we started off with 147 postcards. First, we took away 10 groups of 6, then we took away another 10 groups of 6, then we took away another 4 groups of 6. So far, we've used 10, 20, 4. We've used 24 groups of 6, but we're left over with 3 of them right here. So how many pages will he need for all his postcards? Well, he'll need 24 pages, but wait a second, he's got 3 more that he wants to put into the album. So we need 1 more page for that. So the answer here is he's going to need 25 pages. Okay? Kids, you're learning how to interpret the remainder. Okay, there you go. Give that a try. If you're having any trouble, come see us. We will help you. Kids, have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.